Good day, my esteemed viewers. I am Folahan Oyelekan. Today, I'm discussing the themes of second-class citizen, written by Buchi Emecheta. I've earlier discussed the plot summary of the text, as well as the chapter-by-chapter analysis of the text. If you need any of the videos, you can just input Folahan Oyelekan in the search box of YouTube. It will bring out all the videos. Or in the alternative, in the comment box, just write there that you need those videos, and I will send the links to you, links of all the videos I've made on a second-class citizen. What do we mean by team? Before these writers write, they have certain things at the back of their minds. Those things are referred to as themes. Those are the things they are trying to pass across to the readers. Maybe they are how to teach a lesson or to educate us on some points. Let's go ahead and discuss the themes. The first theme there is education. According to the text, education is seen in this novel as a solution to poverty and diseases. It is said that every Igbo family takes education seriously because of their belief that education is one savior from poverty and diseases. But that of Ada is not taken seriously because she came she came to this world a girl child. Another point is determination. This is seen in Ada as she is so determined and desperate to be educated. She sneaks out of the house to the school, and this eventually leads to her enrollment in the school. To continue her secondary education after the death of her father, she hides the 2 shillings given to her to buy a pound of stick by her cousin to pay for the entrance exam. That shows the level of determination of Ada in the text. Ada is seriously dealt with by her cousin. Because of this, Ada is also determined to be a binto right from her tender age when Lawyer Nweze was welcomed. With her determination, she achieves it at all costs. That is, she determined to travel to the UK, which she achieved as a result of her determination. The next point there is superstition. Superstition has to do with the belief of some people. This is the belief that Oboshi River has a way of dealing with any Igbo man that marries a white woman. It is believed that the river will send leprosy to the woman. This is brought out when Lawyer Nweze is praised for not bringing a white woman to Ebuza. Also, there is a belief that if a man mates with a wife nursing a baby, the baby will die. All those are superstition. The next one is gender discrimination. Gender discrimination. Male children are more valued among the Igbos. We see this when Ada's junior brother, is enrolled in the school and Ada is still at home. In fact, it's Ada that always take him to school every morning. Another instance is after the death of Pa, that Ada is to live with her mother's elder brother and boy is to live with one of Pa's cousins. It is then decided that 100 or 2 pounds left in the family are to be spent on boys' education, while Ada is to be neglected. The family is later convinced that the more educated Ada is, the more the dowry to be charged on her. It is then Ada is considered for education. So it is that statement from somebody, that advice that convinced them, that made them enroll Ada in school because of the gain they are going to get from the dowry. Also, during Fiki's sickness in the UK, that did not ask Ada whether she has another child. She answers that she has another child, but she's a female. She says further that happiness depends on the life of her son. That he was trying to tell us there is that her happiness depends on the life of her son. That if the boy is alive, it is then that she will be happy. This is because a male child is more valued among the Igbos. A boy is like 4 children put together. The next theme there is bribery and corruption. Bribery and corruption. The preparation for Francis' departure to the UK is in top gear. In preparing his documents and passport, they have to bribe their way in getting them on time. All of Ada's income is spent on it. When Ada goes for family planning, she's given a form for her husband. That's another instance. She's given a form for her husband to sign to show the consent of her husband. Ada feels that Francis will not cooperate, so she then forges Francis' signature. That is forgery. The next point is fallibility. That is when we believe that somebody is perfect, cannot make any mistake. The belief of Ada is that the whites are infallible, that they cannot make a mistake, and superior to the blacks. That's the general belief of many of us, that the whites are so perfect that they cannot make any mistake, and they are good. That all of them are good. That we don't have bad whites. So let's see what happens here. The belief of Ada is that the whites are infallible and superior to the blacks. Our experience with Trudy changes this belief because she discovers that Trudy is not a straightforward person as it says lies. Remember, Trudy is the baby minder that takes care of her children. She now believes that as they are bad blacks, after her experience with Trudy, she now believes that as we have bad blacks, we also have bad whites. Likewise, we have good blacks and good whites. The next point there is respect for women. The white community has great respect for women. This is seen when Ada is waiting at a train station where a man vacates his seat for her because they have been waiting for some time for the train. They later discovered that the railway men are on strike. Another vital point is racial discrimination. Racial discrimination. It is revealed in the novel that there are certain things that the blacks are not allowed to do, but the whites are permitted to do it. Certain jobs are also reserved for whites, while blacks are not allowed to do such jobs. Also, when Francis and Ada are looking for another apartment, sorry no color is boldly written on the advert. This shows that certain apartments are reserved for whites. The next point is selfishness. Selfishness. Francis is seen in this novel as being selfish. He always thinks of his welfare alone. When Ada proposed that the family move to the UK, Francis convinced Ada that he had to go first. Also in London, when Ada gives birth to Bubu, she's paid a lump sum to take care of herself. Ada is just planning in her mind how she will buy some things that her husband cannot buy for her, like the night dress. Francis at this instance tells Ada that he can now pay for his course, which is less than £40. We also have the theme of appreciation. Appreciating people and good things is a virtue. This makes Ada regret her action in the end when she gives birth to Bubu in the UK. When she is discharged, she refuses to appreciate and say goodbye to the people in the world. It is too late before she realizes that she has not done well. She then vows never to do that again. There's also the theme of inhumanity. Inhumanity. This is when human beings are treated as if they are not human beings, where they are treated like animals. Blacks are given inhuman treatment in the UK, as experienced by Francis. When he engages in the service of a postmaster, he carries a heavy bag on his back, moving from one street to another. The work is humiliating, especially during Christmas. The whites also set their dogs free to butcher black men as if they are not human beings. We also have the theme of nature. Nature is inspiring. Nature is inspiring. Ada is intrigued on a Monday morning by a small grey bird singing. Everything is springing back to life as spring is in the air after winter. Ada is going to take her bath when she's going to take her bath that time when she heard spellbound by this bird. She then compares the situation in Nigeria, whereby we always have these creatures around us because we don't have a long winter. Hence, we don't know the value of the birds. She stresses that it's the more reason why we cannot wake ourselves from our tropical slumber. The beauties of nature are brought out here. There's also the theme of family planning. The importance and how to go about family planning is discussed through Ada, the heroine of the novel. This is a sort of education on family planning. Ada wishes to go for family planning for her to be able to take care of her children. She wants to do it without the knowledge of her husband because Francis will not support it. When she gets there, she's given a form that the husband will sign. She then forges her husband's signature. She's also told that she cannot just go for any family planning. She's given a literature text to study and decide with her husband on the one that suits her. This educates us that a woman cannot go for family planning without the consent of her husband, and that she can not just go for any planning. She has to study the one that suits her. The last one there is importance of breastfeeding. This one is also a sort of education to educate us on the importance of breastfeeding. So those are the things that forms themes of a novel. This is presented through Ada when she resolves to breastfeed Bubu and not but to feed him. She reads that breastfed babies are intelligent and grow stronger. There is also less likelihood of the mother becoming pregnant at that period. So breastfeeding also serves as a family planning. So that's what the author is trying to educate us on there. So those are the major themes identified in Second Class Citizen, written by Buchi Emecheta. So let's meet. We are still going to discuss the narrative techniques and the characters. Please, if you are just joining this channel, try and subscribe to this channel so that whenever I release any video, you will be notified. Thank you.